one.
Ding,
Let's go.
ding, ding, ding. Coming to you live.
Hey, and we're back. It's TJ squared. I know you love it. I know you love it. I know you love it. Oh, we got we see like
Live.
it seemed like we had a subscriber that went the other direction. Their loss.
Yeah, I'm
Trash.
out of here.
We don't need trash.
Joey, you're funny. You don't need no trash. I'm gonna
Dead
have
weight, JB.
dead weight.
Dead weight. They ain't
Yeah.
trying to win. They ain't trying to win money. They
They
must
ain't
be
trying to wear
hungry.
nobody. They ain't trying to get no entertainment.
They're probably hungry too.
They don't
What
want
we
any
say,
fantasy advice.
you ain't worried about nothing. We ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, man.
All
Let me
good.
switch his account so I can make sure we can add comments to our content tonight. Um, Once again, like I said, episode 124. NFL, the big story right now, besides the NBA going on and the NHL. Shout out to Joey's Rangers for advancing to the Eastern Conference Final. Did they give it to your team, Chris? Your team get
Yeah,
knocked
I had the Hurricane,
out?
so
Oh man.
one of us was going through, and they
Oh, okay.
started. I mean, they lost. Hurricanes lost 2 in OT, right, Joey? So,
Yeah.
and then they were up early tonight and came back. So yeah, I mean, Rangers and Hurricanes. That when we looked at, me and Joey were talking, it's weird how the NHL does it, because the
Uh-huh.
Hurricanes, and they were the two best teams in the East, and because of the way that the NHL does the playoffs, they had to face each other in this round instead of next round,
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
because I don't know, they have like a weird way that they do it where
Is
it's
that
like the
is
best
is
team.
this something that the NHL need to look at to fix?
Well, it's kind of like the NFL where if you win, you know how like if you're the second best team, you could still be the wild card and have to work out, as opposed to, or you know what I mean? Like, you know how the NBA is basically the best 8 go get ranked out in the East.
Yeah.
In baseball, or in, you could, it be the second best, and you can be the second best
I'm
overall.
not even talking
So,
about baseball. It makes no sense. And it makes no sense why last year the Braves had to play the Phillies
Yeah.
and the Dodgers played the Diamondbacks, who were the lowest ranked team, and the Braves were number one. That was dumb.
Yeah, I hear
well,
you.
that's like, remember the one year the Saints in Seattle, and
Yeah,
they had to
yeah.
go to Seattle even though they were the better ranked team. I mean, I think that's because they're giving the division more power. The NBA just says best 8 in the East, best 8 in the West, and that's
Mhm.
it.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, Carolina was the second best team in the East, and the Rangers, they had to play each other, which is why it was, every game was close. So
Right.
There you go.
yeah, so
And,
I'm out.
NHL is always funny though, man. NHL, like the best. That's the one NHL and the MLB. The best teams, like they don't always advance.
Ah,
In the NFL, NBA, you can almost book it for the most part. Whoever's playing the
Right.
best is going to be, or whoever has the best record during the season is going to probably be the
well,
one
I'll
advancing.
say in the NHL, if you have a goalie who is just like standing on his head, like on fire, then, which the Rangers had Shesterkin, and he's probably the best goalie in hockey. If
Mm-hmm.
you have a goalie, you can get carried by like a goalie just playing out of his mind.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
You ever see that commercial when they're like, got a Warris in the got a Warris in the net?
Yeah.
There's a Walrus in the
Actor in
net.
the walrus in the net. Yeah.
Getting through. Like the guy is a walrus with a freaking with the hockey stuff in his hand.
I
And
gotta see if
there's
I can find
Oh
that.
yeah, I've seen it before.
nothing, Joey. When I say nothing, I got walrus.
Let me see if I can find that.
Nothing's getting through.
I look for a walrus in the net hockey beer commercial or something. But it's
Yeah,
funny,
I've seen
man.
it.
They got a walrus in the net, man. It's nothing we can do. I was like, man,
Yeah,
that's
that's how it
hilarious.
is. It probably feels like.
Oh, look.
Look at it right now.
Joey
You
loves
watching it?
animal stuff, so all you had to say was walrus. He's in.
That thing was
It's
so
got,
funny, man.
it's got the stick.
Yeah, it's got the stick.
And it's not even moving, man. Just standing there. It's
Just
bloop,
taking it.
bloop, bloop, bloop. Everything is bouncing off of them. Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
you got a good
If you got a good
His-
walrus,
His
you're.
name, his name is Duncan.
If you got a good walrus in the net.
Yes, sir. All right. I got
Nothing
Joey
ain't letting
Biggins.
anything by.
Nah, nothing's getting through the walrus.
My day is complete. I got Joey cracking up on here. I'm about to die. I even put it on the thing. A walrus in the net. That's the new saying. When somebody's unstoppable, you can't get by him. You got a walrus
The
in the
walrus in the net, dunking the walrus. Oh, that thing is freaking huge too.
net. Oh my goodness.
They're throwing,
Covering the whole net. It's like you can't even see the back of the net. You can't see
No,
nothing.
that's just huge.
they're throwing fish at him. And he's like, they're like, good job, Duncan.
They're just
My
drilling him.
goodness.
They actually got the pad set up in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you can dominate with the Duncan.
Yeah. Nothing getting through. Nothing.
Joey's loving it.
All right. So the
We've
NFL,
lost Joey for the night.
the NFL schedule has been released, people. The NFL schedule has been released. I know some of y'all out there feeling good about your teams. I seen some of the over and unders. I was kind of shocked by some of them. Like one that really stood out to me was Cincinnati 13-4. But then I saw their schedule and I was like, okay, it's possible because they got an easy schedule.
Well, when they finished, they were worst in the North last year, right?
Yeah.
So that helps because I mean that division was loaded, but they were the worst one.
And then the Ravens schedule seemed to be like a gauntlet, right?
Yeah.
The Ravens schedule, but we're gonna look at the first kind of part of the season and see what are the biggest games we are looking forward to. And I did a couple. So what I'll do is I'll let you guys say one and then or say two or three. And then if that on my list, I'll add mine too. Let's start with Joey. It's a walrus.
The old walrus.
Guys came like, man, they got a freaking walrus in the net. The guy on the ice, he's mad as heck. Hey, man, they got a freaking walrus. Like, you want to say, damn, they cheating.
He is mad.
It's a freaking walrus.
He is bad. He is bad.
Like, it's a walrus. Nothing getting by him, Joey.
Ain't nothing getting by.
Nothing getting by him.
You got to go to the top left corner. You got to go like
you got one little sliver.
It's like the boss level on a video game when you just got one chance to win, right?
It's like Mike Tyson where you got like a second where it's like
get that one punch in there.
That's the only shot you got.
Only shot you got.
Go high and left.
So it's pretty much it's impossible almost. It's like you can't win.
It's the walrus there.
It's a walrus.
Good job, Duncan.
Man, it's a walrus, man. Man, it's like a walrus, man.
Everybody check that video out.
Oh yeah, guys, yes. Geico comes through all the time with all the time.
All right, speaking of coming through, Joey.
What do you got?
What you got for your top team, your top games?
Top game, Chris and JB. Buttons, million.
Buttons!
Looking at the schedule release, there's number one, I think schedule release is overrated because whatever. We don't know what's happening during the actual season, but whatever. But looking at the entire schedule, I am intrigued to watch week 2 when Baltimore visits the LA Chargers.
Ooh.
Of course, it's the brother
Harbaugh Bowl.
Harbaugh Bowl. Allison will be all in on that one. She likes matchups like that.
Bowl.
What week is that?
Week 2, Baltimore visits the Chargers. Chargers will have powder blue on likely. But what I mainly like about this matchup is I'm intrigued to see the Chargers are getting a facelift. It's going to be a much different Chargers team. This is going to be a more physical Chargers team. I think this Chargers team is going to Harbaugh is going to try to turn him into a little bit of how his brother's team always looks.
Baltimore West.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's going to be, JB. Harbaugh West with a really good quarterback who I hate on because I have not really I've seen it, but I don't always believe it still. So I think this is going to be a very physical game, and it's going to be an early test for these new look Chargers to see exactly where they stand at a very early point in the season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. All right.
Big game there.
All right, so we got one from you. All right, Chris, what you got there?
I got two games here. JB may have one of the ones I've got. Week 2, Bears, Texans.
I got
very
that
nice. Very nice.
Huge game to see, Stroud. They got the two young quarterbacks kind of now with Stroud coming off of a ridiculous season, and then you got the guy that, is kind of looks like everyone's hyping to be the savior of Chicago.
And they were putting Stroud in the MVP conversation at one point.
I mean, you kind of have to with this. I mean, because you assume he's only going to get better.
Yep.
And they got now Diggs is there. I mean, they've got their weapons. So
they're like the Hawks from back in the day.
They're all over the place.
Everywhere.
And so I think everybody. I mean, there's going to be fireworks with those. With Caleb Williams, I can't really not see him at least putting up some good numbers and throwing the ball all around with those wide receivers.
He got Dobbs with him. He got Rome. He got Keenan. He got DJ.
So, I mean,
Cole.
This is a guy who his best receiver was.
He got him.
Jerry Rice's son. So I mean, he had Addison there, but I mean, he's got. This is definitely the weapons. He's way more weapons than he had in USC. So
yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a learning curve. I'm sure there's going to be some plays. Probably he's going to make just the style of play he's going to bring anyway. But for me, I just think that it's an interesting game to see kind of where Caleb Williams is against a playoff team, and if there is going to be fireworks. The next one, and JB may also have this one here. Week 6, Lions, Cowboys.
I didn't go that far. Lions are at the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, that's the big one from last year, where all the controversy with the refs late at the end of the game, and it's a huge game in the NFC anyway. So yeah, I mean, I think that's October 13th. So that's a Sunday. That's a 4:00 right now. So that'll be a huge one.
And to all my Lions fans out there, Mr. Pelty, Casey, if CeeDee Lamb don't fumble the ball at the goal line without being touched, it ain't even a game. So that game was not as close as I think it was.
Possibly.
Joey, you all saw it. The dude fumbled the ball on the goal line. He won't even touch. He fumbled it out the goal line. That changed the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? Anyway.
So that game's gonna be huge for the NFC.
Yeah.
Probably two of your top 4 teams in the NFC playing each other.
I got gigantic matchups everywhere, right? First, I got everywhere. Look, we starting off the year with a huge matchup. Two huge matchups.
Huge.
That Thursday and Friday. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, Chris. All right. Not even gonna say who that is, but you all know. You see these hands like this.
He is who not to be named.
He's like Voldemort on this piece. All right. Ravens, Chiefs. Do I gotta say anything?
You got
the Ravens who came. They were a Zay Flowers fumble and a great play by your boy Snead. That play by Snead was one of the biggest plays, or probably the biggest play of the season.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about that. Instead of trying to tackle Flowers, he went for the ball on the 1-inch line and knocked it out.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. That game, that was huge turning point there, because they go score, then Lamar probably doesn't have to try to be Superman.
Yeah, I mean,
at the
man,
end of the
that
game.
was. I mean, just you got to think about how good they got, and the Chiefs got rid of them.
Well,
Traded him.
Traded them, right?
Traded him.
And then I mean, really, you got two potential powers in the NFC battling in Brazil. What is the NFL trying to do? Take over the world?
Yes, they are.
fine.
They playing in Brazil on a
Yes, they are.
Friday. That's a big game. Because some of these games they got going on in England, in Europe, they garbage. If you see the Europe games, they're trash. The last one is that's right, trash.
Joey
That
don't
last
want
one in Germany,
Which game in
the last one in Germany involving your Giants. Is it the Giants and Patriots?
They're like, here, you take our leftovers.
Giants and the Patriots. You got the Giants and Patriots playing in Germany. Come on, NFL. And then the NFL was charging. The NFL you got to have Prime, Netflix. You got to have Prime, Netflix. You got to have Netflix to watch games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they got
3 games on Netflix.
I mean, they got you look at they got Jets, Vikings should be all right. Then they got Jacksonville, Chicago.
Jacksonville's playing back-to-back games overseas.
And then they got Jacksonville, Patriots.
Oh, who the Giants playing then?
Let me see.
So they playing in the Germany game.
In Mainz.
Giants and Panthers in Munich.
They been in Mainz?
No.
In Munich. Yeah.
Hold on. Say it again. Did you say Giants and who?
And the Panthers.
That's even worse. That's terrible.
They already got that. They already got that line on that, Joey. If you want to get out on that early action,
go, Chris. What's the line? Giants.
What are you guys thinking?
It's probably Giants -5.
6.5.
-1.5.
What?
No respect.
What?
No respect.
All right, it's all week 1. You got the return of Aaron Rodgers against the 49ers on Monday Night Football. That's a big
huge
game.
I mean, because we saw what happened last Monday.
Yeah, the reloaded Jets. They got Rodgers. They brought in Mike Williams. They got Breece Hall, who could finish number 1 back in fantasy.
Oh yeah, I mean they're loaded.
And don't forget that the Jets defense probably was the number 1 or 2 defense in the league last year.
Very
Buttons does not want to remember that Monday night game that Rodgers got hurt against Buffalo. And remember, the Jets won that game.
They sure did win that game.
They sure did. I know the Jets took their number 1 D to Dallas and we skull drug them. It don't even matter. It don't even matter because Robert Saleh was like, we shut down every quarterback. But you look at Dak's stats, he had like 4 touchdown passes, 300-some yards against
Stop
some.
lying.
That was week when?
That was week 3, I believe. Something
3?
like that.
So between week 3 and week 2, how many touchdown passes did Dak have against the 2 New York teams?
I don't know, a lot. What did 21 Savage say? How much money you got? A lot.
That's what he said.
All right, but if y'all don't have any more, I got a couple more.
Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
All right, here we go. I mean, I got a ton. Like I think was are big. Week 2, you got Tampa, Detroit, big matchup rematch. Baker going back to Detroit to see if he can beat them.
Great game.
You got the Russell Wilson Revenge Bowl early in the year.
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh is going to Denver. Matchup.
They're gonna let him cook.
That's must-see TV. All right. Then we got week 3. Baltimore going to Dallas. Big game for the Cowboys.
Huge game.
You got the Jags at the Bills. Big game for both teams who are trying to reestablish themselves as contenders. Then you got San Fran is playing. Who they playing? Oh, San Fran is playing the retool Rams.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams ain't gonna be south. Even though they lose Aaron Donald, they should be good. And then I got 2 matchups week 4 that are really big matchups. You got the first time Harbaugh gets to see Patrick Mahomes up close and personal.
He's like, what the heck
Definitely.
is that? An old khaki.
Definitely.
He's watched Mahomes run through his brother's team over the years. Now he gets his chance to shout at him with his revamped defense and
Absolutely.
running game.
What does Thanos say? Like, I'll do it myself.
Is that what you said against me in baseball a couple years ago, right? I'll do it myself.
Just like Thanos, it didn't work.
It didn't work out in the end.
The whole rest of the summer, I went out to the field and was just out there just.
Before Thanos said it, Pedro Serrano said it in the last game against the Yankees when he needed Joe Boo to help him hit that curveball. He said, F
What did
you,
he
Joe
say?
Boo. I do it myself.
I do it myself, Joe Boo. I don't need you, Joe Boo. You, Joe Boo.
Hit it over the left field fence.
And then the last one I got, this is just the first 4 weeks. And as the season goes on, we get bigger games because everything kind of work its way out, and you see who's leading the division with a chance to make the playoffs. You got the Ravens. Look at the Ravens have the toughest schedule in the league.
You got a lot of Ravens, Chiefs, and Niners will have a lot of good matchups this year.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens when you're good.
The Ravens, you got Buffalo going to Baltimore, right?
Yeah, that's a big game.
That's a big game. And then, like I said, I talked about the Jets and 49ers, Aaron Rodgers coming back. That leads to our next question. Before our next question, I have a video to show the millions so they can enjoy what we just enjoyed.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
It's a walk! Ridiculous!
Yes! Nice save, big guy! Good job, Duncan! Way to go!
It's not just easy, it's Geico.
Lord have mercy.
Good job, Duncan.
It's the Walrus! That's ridiculous.
He's like, that's ridiculous. He's all bitter. It's funny they just prop the pads up.
Yep. They just sit there. They don't even need them. Like two little small sections in the corner top of the net.
You got to go high to beat Duncan.
You gotta go
high and quick. All right. Anyway,
gotta go high.
We got the Jets that have 6 primetime games early in the year, and the NFL came out and said, "You know what? The Jets owe us."
That's exactly what they told him.
Let me ask y'all a question. What have the Jets ever did? I know I'm a Cowboys fan, and my team hasn't made it to the NFC Championship since 1995, believe it or not.
Uh-huh.
We still got more stuff than the Jets.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP. Okay, good defense, but 6 primetime games?
6.
6. So do y'all think they should have that many primetime games? Chris, start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously Rodgers, it's a good story because there was so much hype last year. And then for him to go down, Rodgers has made it a little tough to root for him because of all the off-field annoying stuff that he has done. But I still think that they're a team that people want to see do well. So because they've kind of been the Clippers of the NFL, where the Giants have always been better. And so I think that everyone wants to see them do well. Rodgers, for as good as he is, he still has a charisma about him that people kind of gravitate towards.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of the last of that. I feel like the last of how we talked about like Breeze, Brady, Manning,
Guard.
that
He's the
old, like,
last.
so and so I think the way that they were on Hard Knocks last year, they had that huge Monday night, they had all the coming out. I mean, remember all the fireworks and everything, and then he goes down early. So I think people really early. So I feel like people
play the first third down.
Yeah, ridiculous. So, I mean, I think that people will want to get behind the Jets. And so I think the NFL does know that. And usually the NFL does a pretty good job of kind of knowing the storylines and kind of milking whatever they can out of it. Sometimes, like, remember we saw last year with the Kelsey Taylor Swift stuff, it did a little bit too much, but I feel like they have their hands on the pulse of what people want to see. And so to me, I think that America kind of wants to root for, New York, anytime they're good in any sport, you see that, like with the Knicks and all that. I think it's good for the game. So I feel like, yeah, it's a lot, but I feel like if they're even remotely close to being good this year, people will tune in.
Got to give the people
what they want.
I get what they want.
Y'all know that the guy who tackled him and tore his Achilles is now playing for the Niners.
Oh, is really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Like, I'll get him later.
Ooh, you get him again. If you get him again, Lord, man, that'd be terrible.
Got to give the people.
The only thing that happen bad if somebody or Rodgers goes and gets hurt, man. And you got 6 of those primetime games. I think the Jets, Cowboys, and somebody else got the most, like the 6, like and somebody else too that has a lot of primetime games this year. Which the Cowboys, I don't know. The only reason, I guess, the Cowboys just get talked about a lot. It's like the Yankees, even if they're bad.
Yeah.
I mean, America's team. So
I was thinking about Steve. I was, every once in a while, I open up my ESPN app. I always see Stephen A. Smith talking about the Cowboys.
All the time.
He's all about the Cowboys.
Who's your team of football, Stephen A.? Are you a Giants fan?
He is.
I don't even know who
he's a Steelers fan.
Oh, he like Mike Tomlin, probably.
He is a Steeler. I think Steelers are 1 and the Giants might be a close 2. I think he's a Steelers fan.
But he spends more time talking about the Cowboys. Like today, I saw the Cowboys something gonna go eating. It was something bad. It wasn't nothing good. But anyway, so you think they should have 6 primetime games? Joy, what you think?
Absolutely. I'm going to. Well, you heard what I was just singing. You got to give the people what they want. Chris mentioned the market. Now, this is also a team who I would say, even though it appears on paper as if the Dolphins are the best team, if the Jets can somehow stay healthy, keep Aaron Rodgers healthy, I think most experts are going to probably pick the Jets to win the AFC East.
Somehow, I'll tell you a funny story. I was looking at the win totals and the records they had predicted, and somehow the website gave the Dolphins they played 18 games. They said 12-6. Is that a bad omen? Are they saying the Dolphins would finish 12-5 and lose their first game in the playoffs? That's what it said. It said, I'm like, hold on, it says 12-6.
Like, hold on.
That doesn't sound right.
Right.
Shout out to my man CB, the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins, I think their biggest thing is getting their defense healthy, because they came into the playoffs without their 2 best pass rushers.
Gotta have a healthy defense.
And their offense
be 15.
Offense gonna be good. I mean, you got A-Chain, you still got Mostert, and you got Wilson, you got the receivers. I mean, I think you got another guy coming in too. He drafted or bringing in
a running back.
That slot. So the Dolphins gonna be a good team, right? Got a good coach, innovative coach. So
very innovative coach. Definitely.
I mean, the Jets, if they got 6 primetime games, they're gonna have to be used to playing as the hunted, because the last couple of years they just been hunters, right? When you're a hunter, you can go in there, no expectations. But now Aaron Rodgers back. You're gonna have big expectations. Let's see how they handle it. And it starts with week 1. You got Robert Saleh going back to where it started for him in San Francisco
Let's go.
when he was the DC there.
Pressure on you. First game.
Job.
First
Right,
game.
I got that job in with the Jets, so we'll see how that works out.
Absolutely.
All right, switching gears here. We ain't talking about the NBA game tonight because I was hoping we could talk about it because it was a close game, but the Nuggets got skull drugged by 45 points tonight.
Oof. Yeah, they were
Reminiscent of the Boston Massacre back in the day.
Absolutely.
So, and folks, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
That's ugly.
I truly believe that the Nuggets are going to beat them in Game 7 and go to the Western Finals, even after this ridiculous loss they had. But that's all good. All right. And I still believe it's going to be Dallas and the Nuggets in the West Final. It's just me. All right. That's what I picked. Right. I did pick this already. Now I could be wrong because I'm wrong. Right. Aren't all analysts wrong sometimes? You know, you
Even
gotta
looking good right now, though. Dallas.
make your call, and I made my call early. Like my man, I tell y'all how CB was talking trash to me, right? How when the Timberwolves went up 2-0, he was like, "Yeah, I told you." And then I was like, I didn't say that. I was like, dude, they're
It's a
going
7-game series.
not so fast.
It's a 7-game series.
You don't know the old. It's a marathon.
I know. I should hit with Joey. It's a marathon.
The
CB.
marathon, CB.
Pump the brakes.
Goodness.
Pump your brakes. All right. And speaking of NBA and pumping the brakes, I like that segue.
There we go.
Did JJ Redick coach the Lakers next year? Joey, let's start with you.
Chris and JB. Buttons. I think it's a bad idea for JJ Redick to consider taking the Lakers job.
You say?
Bad idea. Number one, LeBron is old.
And the coach.
And he will be your assistant coach and the assistant GM. Now, unless they can somehow swing, it's going to take a miracle trade to get another all-star there, even though it seems as if the days of the big three that the Celtics started and everyone started to sort of copy, those days seem to be numbered.
Yes.
So unless they can somehow make a better roster than what they have, JJ Redick is just going to be the next guy that's going to fail with a not so very good roster.
Who had the big three this year and got swept?
Out of the building. Goodness. Suns.
They got their coach fired after 1 year.
So I don't understand why JJ Redick, who is pretty successful as a broadcaster and as a podcaster, why would you want to take that job where they're going to blame you for everything, even though it's the general manager and LeBron who are setting this roster that is not a very good roster.
Bronny in the second round, maybe in first.
Whoever the next coach is going to be set up for failure. They're not good enough to win. It's going to take a miracle trade because they don't have many assets. The Lakers, the Suns, some other teams are sort of stuck with what they have. Now, I think all of us here think that if the Lakers did not play Denver in the first round, they were playing decent enough basketball where they may have made a run to the conference finals and lost to Denver. maybe. Or maybe even lost to Minnesota.
I think they played the one team that they weren't going to beat.
They can't beat them. Not with this roster. So, JJ Redick, don't take the job. You are being set up for failure. Don't take that job. I don't know why you would want to take any job in the NBA. You're successful. You're a pretty good broadcaster. I enjoy listening to him, and his podcast with LeBron is a very popular podcast. Stay there. Don't take the Lakers job.
You had a podcast with LeBron,
Yes.
and you gonna come and try to coach LeBron.
Don't do it.
You're not even
Don't do it.
older than LeBron.
Don't do it.
They should just go ahead. The Lakers, what they should do is go ahead and do a Bill Russell, Dave Cowan type thing, and just let
let him
LeBron be a player.
player coach that thing.
But then he can
They
pull
should.
himself out when he's tired and do. I mean,
Well, Kyrie did say when he was feeling himself, and him and KD took the Brooklyn thing and they just thought they were going to win it all. He's like, oh, we don't even need a coach here. We can handle this our own selves.
No.
All right, Kyrie, look what that got you.
disaster.
Look what that got you. We
I
don't need
remember
a
that.
coach here.
Like, we need coaching. He just didn't like Steve Nash.
My goodness.
How you go to that man house? Like, that's Kobe's MVP trophy you got there. Disrespectful.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Disrespectful. All right, Chris, what you say?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of is there a way here where I could see Redick being successful? I mean, it's tough to kind of to get there, and because like you guys said, I don't think they really have the assets to be. I think that with that roster, they're kind of, because it's not like LeBron. You could say, oh well, if LeBron and AD just play better. I think both of them had ridiculous seasons. AD for once was fully healthy, played almost every game. I think maybe you go out like Paul George is a free agent. DeRozan is a free agent. Both of those guys. DeRozan played really well this year. But does signing DeRozan make them better than Denver or
No.
because the thing with, if you look at the teams that are now really good, Boston, Denver, you could say Dallas, OKC, they're all pretty solid up and down. They don't just have, like we said, they don't have the big that like those days look like they're a little bit numbered because, a team like Boston we talked about last week is perfectly built, where they're just so good on the defensive side. They're so deep up and down their roster. The Lakers are so dependent on those two guys. DeRozan would help, but you still have a lot of the same issues. So, I don't see like Redick here where, he's been out of the game for just a little bit and he's already in talks to be a head coach. So I don't think that those opportunities are just going to dry up. Like everyone knows he seems to know his stuff. He's got good relationships with everybody. So I feel like he's going to be able to pick his chances. Why would you just not? Like I could see when Steve Nash jumped in because that seemed like a good opportunity. Brooklyn should have won more. Where this, to me, doesn't seem like the one opportunity you want to jump in with when something's going to open up. I mean, look at Milwaukee. As good as Milwaukee is, that job opened up out of nowhere. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So opportunities will open up for Redick. I would be, and like Joey said, he has a good thing going in the broadcast. I mean, he's basically, as far as daytime sports talk show, he's already at the highest level pretty much with First Take is probably the pinnacle of daytime sports talk shows on TV. So he's already hit that peak. Why would you not just stay there, ride that gig out until something really great comes along and be picky with what you choose as far as the team? So to me, maybe because him and LeBron are close, LeBron is in his ears. LeBron's probably is a guy who gets what he wants generally. So maybe he's trying to really sell him hard. I mean, I think I've heard Sam Cassell is in the running. He's a guy who's kind of gotten overlooked, so I could see them taking Sam Cassell because Sam Cassell will just say, "Hey, I haven't gotten my chance yet. If it comes, I got to take it." So they're like, "Oh, we want a grinder type of guy." I don't really see JJ Redick being that guy. So to me, I don't love the fit just because now JJ Redick is going to a team that's probably maybe at best, even if they sign a DeRozan type, they're probably still the fourth or fifth best team in the West. So
they're going to have to sign LeBron also. They're going to have to give him $50 million.
I'm looking at it's funny. The NBA is crazy. I'm looking at the Lakers like salary. They got to pay people.
Oh my God.
They got people on their salary that's like retired. They paying Carmelo still. They playing Avery Bradley still. They playing
Laker money is different.
They playing Jared Dudley still.
Mm.
They playing Wayne Ellington still.
Wait, Jared Dudley is a coach.
Yeah, exactly. They playing Dwight Howard. They paying Dion Waiters.
Man.
They got guys making $1 million a year. Now, but LeBron's salary next year is $51 million.
There's no way he may opt out and then sign.
He's definitely opting out.
He loves that opt out and get something.
Right now is Anthony Davis. Right now is $43 million.
Yeah, so I don't even know if they have the cap space to get a DeRozan.
And I saw that cap space. It says
It's going up.
Says projected practical cap space minus $82 million.
So they're not even going to be able to get one of those guys.
They're going to be underwater.
Maximum possible cap space, $28 million.
You're not signing DeRozan or Paul George for $28 million.
$28 million.
But can they trade for a Donovan Mitchell and pay the luxury tax?
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, but why would Cleveland get rid of Donovan Mitchell?
They got to trade.
Who are you getting?
I think Cleveland has to take a deep look at their own selves right now, because I think they're going to be like, it's not working. Things aren't going the way that we wanted it to.
Well, and I'm not saying that Cleveland has shown they can compete probably without a Donovan Mitchell, but I don't know what are you getting back? Like, if you're trading Donovan Mitchell, that's your massive chip. You got to get something back.
Got to get something back. Because
so there's got to be a third.
He's going to leave them.
First round picks.
Donovan Mitchell is going to definitely leave them.
The Lakers don't have anybody that's like tasty that you want to get. I mean, you got nothing. You got Hachimura. You got Reeves.
That's the only one. Also,
yeah, but Cleveland's the fourth best team in the East, right? Or fourth or fifth, right in that range.
Maybe not. Maybe when Embiid's hurt.
Yeah.
Well, so even if they're 5 or 6 with Donovan Mitchell, they're not going to get rid of their biggest chip for just Austin Reeves. They got to get a lot back.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I think they're gonna say, well, what team needs Austin Reeves or what team needs Donovan Mitchell? I think Cleveland's stuck as well because Donovan Mitchell wants out.
I ain't gonna trade for him. I mean, think about the Suns, man. It's not always gonna work out. You got Bradley Beal, Booker, and Durant, and you got swept because why? You ain't got no other body playing.
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean, really,
not enough.
Really, it's proven that over the last couple of years, the really good teams, Milwaukee and Boston and Denver, have the one kind of true superstar and then really good pieces around them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think Cleveland was probably hoping to be that with Donovan Mitchell, but that doesn't really seem to be working for them.
Dude, the Nuggets, man, they real top heavy.
Donovan Mitchell may be, if he's not going to be a Laker, he'll be a Knick.
Yeah, but
be moved by the Knicks.
And Mitchell and Brunson are redundant.
Yeah.
Like, I think all the Knicks need is a healthy Randall. Healthy Randall and healthy OG, I think they don't even need to make a move.
They're going to definitely make one.
I mean, why though? You don't have to be making splashes all the time.
They got assets. I mean,
they have assets, and I think Donovan Mitchell is a better big-time shot maker than Julius Randle.
Yeah, but I agree with that, but they're not
small guards though.
True.
Boston got big guards.
That is very true. that is very true.
I mean, you look at where they're bigs, you got to have guys who could score on the block. Randall's he's an all NBA player.
He is.
Is he?
He was last year. Remember, he was an all NBA guy.
He was.
So was Jaylen Brown.
Yes, he
Well, Jaylen
was.
Brown is a good player. What I'm saying is Donovan Mitchell and Brunson, you got to let Brunson breathe. Like, to me, Brunson takes a step back there. To me, Julius Randle compliments Brunson.
I don't know if Julius Randle compliments Brunson.
You don't think so?
I think
More than Mitchell would.
I think Julius Randle I think Mitchell would actually open it up a little bit more for.
Yeah,
Brunson.
man. I mean, we talking about, you can think about the big picture though. I mean, like,
I meant
you
Donovan
got
Mitchell.
offense,
Yeah.
but think about defense too, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Defense
I
is
don't know.
everything.
I don't know. I mean, they might do it though. You never know. I think what they need, that what the Knicks need, they probably need. I mean, you got if
The guy in
you get,
Philly.
if you can get, oh Lord, if they get Embiid, that's to be damn.
The
But
guy
now
in Philly is my number
talking
one.
about now we're talking about
The guy in Philly, I think, should be their number one target.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to give up.
Is
So
he a free
much.
agent?
They're gonna have to give up Randall and probably 4 firsts for Embiid.
They have plenty of them.
Randall and Robinson.
Let them go.
Yeah, but the problem is that those picks are not that valuable to them, because why you always got, no one wants to pick at 28. It's not football.
You are absolutely right, but they don't know. I think Embiid is tired of the same situation happening. He may be getting to a point where he's like, I need a change of scenery. I'm going to walk. You better trade me now.
You'll do like a Shaq or a Dwight Howard type thing.
Definitely. He's got.
I mean, I'm saying if I'm the Knicks, I'm definitely doing that trade.
Absolutely.
But if I'm Philly, I'm not.
No, and I mean, the guy running for Philly knows.
Because I mean, you think about, if Philly's trying to be the next OKC and build around Maxey, right? If that's what the route they try to go, OKC at least was getting really high picks from teams like Houston. You know, like they were getting really high picks and starting.
They were tanking for years,
and they were tanking for a long time.
Yeah,
the Knicks picks are not that valuable as, like, if they're good, if they get Embiid, they're going to be picking at the end of the draft every year.
Correct.
You ain't lying.
Correct.
It's a slippery slope.
It is.
It
is.
You got to get that. You got to get the way they paying guys. Like you want to be top heavy. It's hard to maintain that. I mean, unless you sign them for, you got a window. Like Denver has a window now because all those guys are signed for the next 3 or 4 years. Like all of them.
But you see, the thing is like, and Joey brought it up last week, Denver is good, but they still aren't as good as last year with losing Bruce Brown. Because so your window, even in that, is because teams are so good. If you even lose one important piece or two pieces,
you could be in trouble.
You are, because every other team, like Boston made some savvy moves getting Porzingis. They got Drew Holiday. Those are good, savvy moves that they're going, well, where are we weak at? Let's get better.
Right?
So it's just tough. It's tough to win. That's why teams don't win back-to-back. You know what I mean?
Hard. And the Denver, they about to tighten up for Game 7, or they're going to be going fishing or going to Cancun.
Yes, they are.
And speaking of going fishing, another segue.
There you go.
Fire tonight.
Pat the back, JB. Pat the back.
Do the Knicks have a shot if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? We got to say if, because in the famous words of Joey Neal, it's a marathon, Jay. And the Indiana Pacers still have a home game here coming up this Friday, and they've played much better at home than they've played in the Garden. So, but if the Knicks, shorthanded as they are, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm gonna start with you, Chris. We'll let Joey go on his rant. Do you think the Knicks have a chance to advance to the NBA Finals, Chris?
Well, first is OG. What's the percent he's going to play at all in this series?
He has. Listen, OG strained his hamstring. Did you not see him on the court?
Yeah, I mean, I know that hamstrings are usually a couple weeks out.
Joey, Chris, look at me.
He's done.
Over.
Yeah, that kills them. I mean, the thing is that it's a bad matchup for the Knicks because Drew Holiday and
Derek White.
They got guards that White, Jaylen Brown. They can throw so many at Brunson, and Brunson playing crazy minutes and having to carry this team. And I mean, he's been playing out of his mind. You know, where are they going to get if Boston can shut Brunson down, which is, you know, they're going to be their focal point, where else are they going to get their offense from? And that's going to be the biggest question, because as good as guys like Hart and DiVincenzo and McBride and all these guys who have been Hartenstein, he's been balling like crazy.
Out of his mind.
I think that as good as those guys are, this series shows that they're gritty and they can go out. But I mean, to me, it's just these guys Celtics are on a whole nother level as far as you can't just beat them by just trying to out gritty them. You know, you got to actually
the gritty.
You got to you can't do just the gritty on them.
Is it called a gritty?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Have you
The most
ever
famous dance in the world?
Let me tell you something, right? And Chris, yes, I agree with you totally. You have never seen. Let me tell you the dumbest thing I have ever seen in my life is kids dancing. And they dance doing the gritty through the gym. I'm like, this generation is done. Like they're done. You're doing a football celebration dance at a school dance, and you doing it up and down the gym.
Watch us, everyone getting the gritty line. Everybody's just grittying.
They were all gritty, and of course they're doing it wrong. Half of them doing a little eye like this.
Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
To myself, you're not doing it right.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Brown, get in the gritty line.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm coming over.
Before I let Joey give his delusional soliloquy about this matchup, because it's going to be delusional, people. It's going to be.
Get ready for it.
Now, I'm not saying Joey is delusional. I'm saying his words for this particular topic will be thought process. And I agree. Chris is thinking the same thing I was thinking when I saw the question. Said, well, the Knicks are going to rely heavily on Jalen Brunson. But the Boston Celtics have the best defensive backcourt in the league right now.
Yeah.
With White and Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
So that's going to make it extra difficult. And the Knicks don't have the wings now. They got one wing who's going to stay in front of Brunson, stay in front of Brown and Tatum. Without OG playing.
Yep.
You got OG and Hart playing, I'm going to give you a fighting chance to beat them. Because OG's a great defender. Hart is a really good defender, but also just a gritty rebounder and just hard playing dude.
Gritty.
Yeah.
You should have seen it, Joey. They're like, they going to the gym doing this. Then the girls got on skirts. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's gritty.
Do the baby shark dance. The one they go like this. Anyway, look, the even though the Knicks are gritty, they have no chance. Boston, if you're a Celtic, go ahead and book your tickets for the NBA Finals. You're going to Boston. Congratulations. Now, I know Indiana not beating you because Indiana don't play enough defense to beat you. The Knicks don't got enough. If the Knicks had their players, the Knicks would have a chance to beat you, Boston. But they are too short-handed. They done lost too many guys, man. And I hate it for the Knicks. I hate it for the Knicks fans, except for Stephen A. Everybody else, I hate it for them. Stephen A, you're getting what you deserve. Stop hating on my Cowboys. And I like the Knicks, but I'm hating on them now because of you. The Knicks may win one game. May.
Gentlemen.
I think the Celtics may sweep them.
Oof.
And get rest. That's me. Because the Celtics are already resting too. They may get Porzingis back too. All right, Joey.
Give
the
it to
floor
us.
is yours, my friend.
Floor is yours.
JB.
All right, let me go ahead. Type in the word delusional in the chat.
And millions. If the Knicks were to somehow become victorious in this Indiana series, could they beat Boston? Yes.
It's up there, people. Delusional at its best. It's
They
up there.
could somehow beat Boston. Of course, it would be one of the greatest upsets in NBA history.
And sports history.
Sports history, I would agree to that, considering the layout of the Knicks team right now. They have a tight 7-man rotation going right now. They are down 4 guys that could be starters, and they're are starters, and
a top guy off the bench can score.
The Nova Knicks are putting in heavy minutes. Heavy minutes, over 42, 43, 44 minutes per night, as long as they are not in foul trouble. However, if Porzingis is not healthy and he misses, I think there is a shot that the Knicks may have, because I think it aligns them a little bit more, maybe not even, but a little bit more with Boston, who could possibly shoot themselves out of the series. Possibly. The Knicks are playing some very good offensive basketball right now, just as good as anybody. And they held the most efficient offense in basketball. They held them to 91 points the other night. So if they held that team to 91 points, of course, that team doesn't have a Brown and Tatum on that team, but the offense has been doing that for the entire season. So you just never know. That Madison Square Garden crowd is a 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th man, and they uplift the Knicks to play even better.
Can't wait till I see this right here.
Even better. So yes, it appears if the Knicks were to get past Indiana, it would appear as if it's a mismatch, sort of like the 99 finals, where the Knicks just went on an incredible run and were overmatched by the San Antonio.
Yeah, no Ewing, and they had the Twin Towers.
Overmatched, and it became a gentleman's sweep, but it was a closer series.
They had Avery Johnson hitting game winners on y'all.
Hitting game winners in the corner.
In the corner with the Avery Johnson.
So yes, was Jaren Jackson Jr. born yet in 99?
I don't even know. Probably.
Well, his father got dunked on. His father got dunked on by Sprewell on a fast break. I'll never forget that play. But it appears on paper again, if the Knicks get there, that they may be a little overmatched, and they would, of course, take a lot of things going their way almost every single time in order for them to get past the Boston Celtics.
We said, bet who will be the first Boston Celtic player in Madison Square Garden that goes like this to the crowd? Tatum or Brown?
It would definitely be Jason Tatum. Definitely.
So, Joey, your only hope is
that Knicks crowd. If the Knicks are in the NBA Finals,
oh my goodness,
Square Garden, will be a buzz. It will be one of the best scenes ever. It'd be better than the Lakers in the finals or the Celtics in the finals.
Oh,
Or the
bing
Golden State
bong.
Warriors. It's gonna be crazy
I will be there.
in
I will be
spirit.
there. If there is ever a situation where the Knicks are one game away from winning the NBA Finals, I will be outside of Madison Square Garden waiting.
Oh, because I know you ain't blowing your whole check to
No.
get it.
No.
You ain't blowing 4 months pay.
I can find a place to stay. I'll take the train over. I'll be hanging out outside of Madison Square Garden with the other knuckleheads.
With the other
The
numbnuts.
ones that
I will be out there.
What was that thing last year they had going on at the beginning of the season? Not this year, but last year about the train, the thing opening up.
Oh, Bing Bong.
That was bing bong.
Side talk.
Bing bong.
Side talk.
Bing bong.
Side talk, baby. Side talk.
That bing bong.
Oh, bing
Absolutely.
bong.
All right, nice.
So
All
Joey,
right.
the key is they gotta out gritty them.
out gritty, out everything. And they have to be. One of my students, I'll send you a clip of it. One of my students, Caden, does a goofy gritty. He always tell me, Mr. Deal, let's do it. And we do like a really goofy one.
Dude,
I'll send it
you
to
ain't
you.
seen a goofy gritty, like I said, till you see all these kids in the gym doing a rap song, turn around like, what are they doing?
Oh, geez.
What's going on?
Gritty line.
Man, I was scared. What's going on?
Get in this gritty
Get
line.
it
Mr.
on.
Brown.
Oh, man. And that leads us to our next topic. Another segue. We're talking about gritty lines.
Is this the
We're
gritty
talking
line?
about NFL lines now. Let's go, Chris. Let's
There we
make it
go.
Excuse me, but is this the gritty line?
happen.
Get in this gritty line.
Come on
They're like, no,
in. Everybody's practicing.
baby shark line.
Navy shark line.
The baby shark line is
Wrong
get out.
line.
It's a baby shark line. Get
Come
over
on. Get in the right line.
My
This is the
goodness.
gritty line.
Like my man, like Coach E always said, man, they different.
Yes,
No,
they are.
It's
Jeez.
different, man. It's
Yes,
different.
they are.
All right. What we got going on here, Chris? We got the
Yeah. Is Buttons? Did he ever say anything? You ever get him?
I don't know.
He usually
Buttons.
Buttons. If you're out there, we're doing some.
Out there, Buttons.
He usually pops in if he's.
Buttons.
Um,
The
Where
gritty
you
line.
at, Buttons? Is he going to look over the
is
fence
he
and see?
popping over? Sometimes he'll text us, right?
Yeah.
All
May have something going on. Who knows?
right. So what we'll do is we'll basically, you guys tell me, we'll do the lines for the first week, and then at the end, I'll total them up, and then after Joey picks his parlays, we'll all go over.
Hey, speaking of
I'll go
parlays,
over the
the
different.
parlay last week hit that hit the lock, right? Dacking. Your
All right, so we got the first line, the first game. We got Baltimore at Kansas City. So the second team's always going to be the home. So we'll say, should we say basically your favorite, right? You just tell me. So you got it would be like, so Kansas
right,
City would just be,
Kansas City. I got Kansas City -3 on this one.
all right, Joey. I got 2.5 here.
Get the hook on there.
Kansas City minus 3.5.
Ooh, he got the hook on that too. Okay,
You got to
Joe.
get that hook on there. All right. Next game, we got Green Bay at Philly. A big one.
Green Bay at Philly in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah.
Man, I got Philly. I got Philly -6.
Ooh, geez. I got Philly -2. Joey?
Philly -6.5.
Ooh.
Oh,
Man, Joey, no respect. Don't let Cooper hear that. All right. We got Pittsburgh at Atlanta.
At Atlanta
New look Atlanta.
with Kirk Cousins, Pittsburgh
Hmm.
with that's a big matchup. You know why? The OC is the old Falcons coach from
Yeah, he's gonna show him. He's gonna see how they actually use Pitts, maybe.
and how
And
give
Bijan.
me I'm gonna take Atlanta -2.
I'll go Atlanta -1. Joey.
Atlanta minus 1.5.
That's 1.5.
All right. Minnesota at is
Russell
that
Wilson
the
cook.
Giants? Minnesota at what's that one? Is that
Hold
the
on.
Jets?
Nah, Jets are playing the 49ers.
Oh yeah, so it's got to be the Giants week 1.
Minnesota at New York.
Yeah. Oof.
Giants minus 3.5.
I got Giants -1.
Giants. See, we got the Giants. Oh, the Vikings at the Giants.
Yeah.
Vikings at Giants. So and the home team, we're gonna go by them. Chris, you said what now?
I got Giants -1. Joey's got him at 3.5. He's got that Joey
-3.5.
Boomer's edge.
I got the Vikings -2.5.
Oh, so you
So I'm
got
gonna get the Giants +2.5. I'm gonna go that way. Giants getting +2 for me.
they're getting points. All right.
Yeah.
Jacksonville at Miami.
Jacksonville, the Jags at the Dolphins. It's a big matchup in week 1. The matchup of AFC hopefuls and both teams used to the heat. Give me the Dolphins -4.5.
Joey, I got him 5.5.
Sound like Bud's there going, ooh. Button sound.
Ooh.
I like Jacksonville plus the points.
Well, that's gonna be the Dolphins minus, Joey.
How much are you saying? Joey's already trying to put a bet in.
Jacksonville straight up.
So you got it, Jackson. You think the line is gonna be Jacksonville at 0?
No.
So you think it'll be even?
No, it's not.
Okay, so yeah.
What do you think the line will be? Not what you're actually guessing. We're trying to guess the opening
Well,
line.
Jacksonville wins. It will be Dolphins -6.
Dang.
Oh man, you think it's you
No
got
respect for the Jags.
Joey has utmost respect for Jacksonville, but the books he doesn't think the books do at all. All right, New England at Cincinnati.
Oh, Cincinnati. New
I got
England
the Bengals at 8.
at the Bengals -7.
Touchdown. Joey,
Bengals is T. Higgins going to play?
no way Drake May seeing the field here. He might though late in the game.
Bengals -8.5.
We got no New England respect. All right, Arizona at Buffalo.
What was yours, Chris? I'm sorry.
I got 8.
Okay. Then we got Arizona at Buffalo.
Arizona, Buffalo, yeah.
I got the Bills. I got the Bills -9.
Joey, I got them at -8. Bills at -8.
But this is Bills.
Bills, Cardinals.
Bills are the home team.
Bills
Yes,
at home, yeah.
Bills -6.5.
Joey's got a little Arizona respect.
Cardinals. You respect Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray?
I
He
think
likes that
Kyler's going to be
combo.
that dude this year.
Houston, Indy, big game in the conference early.
Houston. Didn't Indy dominate Houston last year? That's the one
Yeah,
team.
they did
that beat.
actually.
Houston at Indy.
I got Houston at Indy. I got Indianapolis -3.
All right, I gotta pick them, so I got it at 0.
Pick 'em. Pick 'em.
You got it at -3 for Indy.
Yes, -3. They're home, right?
Yeah, Joey.
I'll take Indy -1.5.
That's 1.5. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, big one here with the Tennessee Chicago. We'll see if they'll light it up
At Chicago,
at Chicago.
who's the new Tennessee coach?
Is that dang it? Who was there? Man, who's the new coach there?
I'm sitting watching the video over here on the, of the thing showing Joey and us gritty.
Oh,
Joey's like,
Joey's got the
That's
speed.
what they do.
You got to get quick. Brian Callahan.
Oh goodness.
Ryan Callahan.
He was
he-
the offensive coordinator
Kansas?
at the Bengals.
Callahan?
Oh, Callahan. He was the Bengals coordinator.
Offensive coordinator, right? Offense.
Yeah.
At
I got
Chicago,
Chicago 4.5.
go -1. Tennessee's
I
a
got-
tough team to beat.
I got more respect for Chicago than you do. Joey?
Yeah, minus what?
I'd have 4.5.
Dang. Yeah, you do.
Chicago and Tennessee
It's at Chicago.
at Chicago. Chicago -5.5.
Ooh. JB is on an island right there. No, we like Chicago more. All right. Carolina, New Orleans.
I mean, Carolina at New Orleans?
At New Orleans, yeah. Let me
All right.
see.
Got New Orleans -7.
I
I'll
got
join you there.
6.5. What do you say, Joey? 7?
-7.
Man, we love New Orleans or we're hating Carolina.
Beat Carolina, man.
Las Vegas at the Chargers.
You gotta prove it. Vegas at the Chargers.
I'm
gonna
going
go-
Chargers 4.5.
Go with Chargers. Chargers -3.
Joey?
I'm going to go Chargers -4.5.
All right.
-4,
Denver at
Yeah.
Seattle.
-3. Dang, it's another. So the first 2 games are Russell Wilson revenge games?
No, because he was on Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, but he's playing at Seattle.
No, Denver's at Seattle.
Denver.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You said my fault, yeah. Let's see, hold on. Chris, what you say for the Raiders and Chargers game? What was your
I had
line?
it 4. Me and Joey both had 4.5.
Okay. Hive mindset. I got you. All right. And then we got the Broncos at the Seahawks.
yeah.
I got the Seahawks minus. I'm gonna give them a -4.5 here.
I got 5.5. Joey?
Well,
I'll
Nick,
take Seahawks -3.
okay.
Washington, Tampa.
What the Commanders at Tampa?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Commanders at Tampa. Give me Tampa -3.
I got Washington Tampa -5.5.
Tampa -6.
Dang. Got no respect for Dan Quinn and new defense.
No
and
way. Dallas at Cleveland.
go Dallas at Cleveland. I'm gonna go Cleveland +2.
So you got
That means Dallas -2. But I'm gonna always go with the home team.
So I'll say I'm actually gonna join you there at 2. Joey?
Dallas -3.5.
Cleveland +3.5. All right. And what we got next?
All right. Then we got last game is, oh no, it's not the last game because we got the Monday night game. We got LA at Detroit.
Rams at Detroit.
That's a tasty game.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna go with Detroit minus 4.
Detroit minus.
A big game. Stafford going back to Detroit again.
Detroit minus 3.5.
And he has signed old boy to that big contract.
Yes, they did.
To Jared Goff.
Yes, they did.
Let me see. So what did you have, JB? You had
I had minus 4 for Detroit.
Minus 3.5. Detroit.
I got 6.5.
Ooh, got no respect.
So he
for-
had 3.5.
3.5.
All right, now you got Jets and Jets at the Niners.
Niners minus 7.
Ooh, I got 6.5.
Niners minus 4.5.
She got too much respect for the Jets.
Healthy
All right, so let me
Jets.
do. All right, so Joey, you want to do your parlay and I'll average this out?
Sure.
All righty. Here we go. And I'll put it on a spreadsheet for us too. To keep track. You know, gotta have those receipts.
Yeah.
Need the receipts, JB.
Gotta have those receipts. I got so many receipts, man. I gotta start bundling them up and putting them in different folders so you know where they at. I got so many of them. All right. So Joey, the lock last week. Shout out to Joey. His lock hit. He had the Knicks +7, and I think he did the Nuggets straight up.
Straight up.
Straight up. Could have took the points, but straight up was a better deal. So good one. Now the big parlay did not hit. Some of his guys on the Timberwolves didn't come through.
Yes. Ant-Man and Cat decided
Did not come through that game. Did not come through. Didn't show up for the game. All right, so what we got this week?
All right, Chris JB, the lock. It's a pretty large lock.
Okay.
+590.
Ooh. A lock at 590?
We're
Okay.
playing it. We're gonna be paying a lot of attention to what's gonna happen tomorrow night. Tyrese Halliburton made threes over 3.5.
Okay. Halliburton +3.5 at home. Okay.
Dante DiVincenzo
Okay.
made threes over 3.5.
Wow. The big ragu.
He was cold last game. He comes alive this game. And lastly, I knew that the trade for him was a good one because he knows the offense and Tibbs trusts him.
Oh.
Alec Burks made threes over 1.5.
Okay. Okay. So we got Halliburton made threes +3.5. We got the big ragu made threes +3.5. And we got Alex Burks +1.5 threes. Okay. That's our lock. Oh,
590.
That's an interesting lock. Okay. And what we got for the monster?
The big mama.
The big boy. Shoney's. Shoney's big boy.
It's a large number.
Oh my goodness.
But it is doable.
All right.
7-legger. 7-legger.
Delusional at its best.
7-legger +39.83. Knicks.
39.83.
39.83. We're going to start with the Knicks plus the 6.
Knicks plus the 6. Okay.
Halliburton rebounds over 4.5.
Ooh. Plus
DiVincenzo.
Have rebounds. Okay.
DiVincenzo
Ooh.
rebounds over 4.5.
Plus 4.5 rebounds. He got a nasty putback the other night. That was
Yes,
nasty.
he did, and the Garden was on fire.
It was a nasty off the rebound dunk, though. Come
The
on now.
Garden was on fire. Josh Hart's points over 14.5.
Okay.
Miles McBride, deuce.
Deuce. Deuce is loose.
Since IQ has left, I was a little concerned with whether or not someone could bring the same energy IQ brought. Deuce has answered the call. Deuce over 13.5 points. You better not leave him open. You better not leave him open. Let's do some WNBA. I want that action on WNBA Friday nights.
WNBA, the Indiana Fever got drugged tonight by the New York Liberty.
As they should,
The
because
story said, who is Caitlin Clark again?
as they should get skull drugged, because the New York Liberty are a team that's going to threaten to win the WNBA championship. They are that good.
Mm-hmm.
They are that good.
Mm-hmm. All right, so WNBA, what we got?
WNBA, we had 2 games tomorrow. I'll take the Connecticut Sun money line.
Sun money line, okay.
And I'll take the Seattle Storm at Minnesota money line.
There you go. 7 legs. So we got 7 leg plus 39, 83. We got the Knicks plus 6. Halliburton plus 4.5 boards. The Ragu plus 4.5.
Ragu.
Hart plus 14.5 points. So at least 15 points. Deuce, at least 14 points. WNBA, Sun money line, Storm money line. There you go, people. As we say here on CJ Squared, keep stacking, make that money.
Go on and stack. You're welcome.
All right, so I got the lines here.
Okay, what we averaging? What we looking like?
All right, so hold on, I'm just going through the all right, so we had our average for Baltimore, Kansas City. Our line was at 3. Vegas line was, this is Bet Online, which is one of the better books. They had it at 2.5, so we were only a little bit off.
Mm-hmm.
Half off. That means we take Kansas City slightly there. Next one, Green Bay, Philly. We had it at 5. We are high on Philly because they got Green Bay they got Philly minus 1.5.
Oh, okay.
So they are all. So if you like Green Bay, now's the time to jump on Green Bay.
Okay.
No, if you like Philly, now's the time to jump on Philly.
Okay.
Because you assume, we'll see if we're correct, that line should be going up because they're giving Green Bay more respect.
Right.
All right, Pittsburgh, Atlanta. We got the line at 1.5 for favor for Atlanta. They got it for 3 minus 3. So they like Atlanta.
Okay.
More than us. Minnesota Giants game, it's at 0. We had it at 1. They got it at 1. So we hit that one right on. Jacksonville, Miami, we got it 5.5.
Yep.
They got it at 3.5. So if they like Jacksonville more than we do.
Right.
New England, Cincy, we got it at 8. They got it at 9.
Okay.
That means you would jump on New England. They like Cincy a little bit more. At Arizona, Buffalo, we got it at 8. They got at 7. So you take Buffalo there.
Okay.
Houston, Indy, we got it 1.5 favored Indy. They got it 2.5 favored Houston. So they're all on Indy, or they're all on Houston right now. So if you like, if for us, we would be betting Indianapolis because we think we already thought they were the better team. and now you're actually getting points with them. So you would
Right.
take Indy right now. If you're favoring Indy, you probably want to jump on that.
Okay.
Tennessee, Chicago. We had it at 3.5 for Chicago. They got it at 4.5. So they actually have more respect. JB did not. JB was hyping up Tennessee there, JB. So you actually probably want to take it now, JB, because they're giving you 4.5. And you got it at 1, so you'd probably be all over that.
Mhm.
Carolina, New Orleans, we had it at 7. They got it at 5. So we like New Orleans. We thought it was New Orleans more. So right now, I think that's going to move because you think no way Carolina, New Orleans doesn't get beat them by a touchdown, right? You would assume.
Mhm.
It's early, but so right now you can get New Orleans less than a touchdown. I think that's going to move. Vegas Chargers, we had it at 4. They got it at 4. Denver and Seattle, 4.5. They got it at 5. That's pretty close. Washington, Tampa Bay, 5. We have it at 5. They got it at 4. That one's another close one.
Yeah.
Dallas and Cleveland, they got Dallas at -1. We had it at 2.5. So JB, they're not as high on Dallas, but they're still favoring them there. We're just favoring them a little bit more. LA at Detroit. We got it at 4.5. That's mostly because of me though, because I jumped it at 6.5. So I'm all on to Detroit because they got it at 3. And then the Jets, San Francisco, 6 and 6. We both got it at 6. So really our big ones that were different, really different, are the Indy game and the Philly Green Bay game.
Okay.
We like Indy more, and we would like Philly more than they do.
Got you. I'm actually going to I'm doing the week 1, calling it week 1 early spreads and share it out.
What we should do is, as the season goes, if we do it, put our lines in what we think, just like off air, and see if we can average, see if CJ Squared can beat Vegas for the year as far as our lines versus their lines, who wins out.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll just do, look, I'm gonna call it the CJ Squared versus Vegas
There
line.
you go. See if our lines, because what we should do is anything maybe 3 or over, we put it in a parlay and see if we can win that for the week.
Right.
You know, I'm about that parlay line, baby.
This will be lines that we think we got an edge.
Play, baby, Mr. Parlay.
And we're trying to build the CJ Square line beats the Vegas line. We got an edge. We'll see if we can win those games out. So right now we're looking out early. You'd say we'll be betting Indy and we'd be betting Philly. No, we'd be betting Indy and Philly.
Where did you get your lines from?
Bet online. I mean, you don't have to enter there, but we'll see as the season goes if we can do FanDuel, because that way you guys can play those lines.
Mm-hmm. Or ESPN bet, one of the two.
Or one of those. I saw Sports Illustrated sent me a thing that they're closing.
Yeah.
They should. They probably nobody playing it.
Shutting it down.
They don't got
I think I had like $100 in there or something.
They don't got no specials going on. Took my
People
money
love
out.
the specials.
Wait, they just when did they open it?
Last year.
Okay.
Like last year. Like it was like literally last year.
Okay.
Closing down already. Shutting down.
Okay.
Stop, drop, shutting down shop. That's what they doing.
Yeah.
Stopping and shutting down shop, man. All righty. There you go, folks. The knowledge has been given.
You're welcome.
Yep. Shout out to everybody watching. Right now we do have ain't go Buttons. Buttons, baby. What is Buttons doing, man?
Buttons wants in for a little bit. He wants in a quick shout out.
Oh,
Let's better hurry up.
Guy right here. This guy right here.
Buttons,
apologies for my truancy.
Buttons, we'll JB can send you the thing you can put your early lines in. So we went through each game for the first one. We basically said what we thought the lines were.
Okay.
So you'll just have to enter in what you think. What we said we're going to do is each week off air, we'll enter our lines, what we think the line should be, and then see if we can build a parlay based on ones that we think are different. Right now, we've got Indy. The Vegas is loving on Green Bay more than us.
Okay.
Vegas is loving on the Texans more than us.
Boy, that's early. You can bet on that already?
They just came out, all the lines. So, yeah, just if I were you, I would try to look at them before you stare at the lines, like to really get an idea.
Yep.
That way it doesn't cloud your.
I got you. Yep.
Then that way you can try to guess and then see how close. Because really, to me, if you're a good bettor, that's really what you're doing is you're basically seeing, can your lines that you come up with beat their lines consistently?
Yeah, I won't even look at them then. What's the Bill? Well, I'm just curious about the Bills line, but
well, let me ask you really quick.
Hey.
Bills, Arizona at Buffalo. What are you thinking?
I would guess 7.5.
So we said, as CJ squared, we said 8.
Okay.
Which is the consensus. It was actually 7.8 on the average.
Oh.
And so
okay.
what the line is 7.
Okay.
So you would be right there, basically. So really, those are types you don't want to mess with. If you feel like to me, I always said I need more than like 1 or 2 points. You know what I mean? If you're only looking at a half of a point, you're first off, like in college, you bet every game.
Yeah, I might have bet that if it was 6.5, but
that's again, that's why you shop around.
Yeah.
You might get that 6.5.
Right.
You know, if you're like me who works from home all day and just sits around.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it, Chris.
You just sit around and look around all day until that. What I actually had is I used to have an app that would basically have every book that I was in, and I would set the lines to say if I wanted 6.5, I'd actually say that every book, and it would send me a text as soon as it went to 6.5 somewhere.
Oh,
and then I could just and then I would just bet it. So what I would do is set the lines, then go to the site, and then just say anytime it hits this, you send me a text, and then I have to sit around all day. It would just
do that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay for it, but
yeah,
if in the long run you win more than you lose and you can profit and pay for the site, then you're good.
No wonder these apps are banning Chris all over the place. But
I mean, really, that's why, because they don't like you doing that stuff.
Yeah.
They think it's you having an edge, and they don't like anyone having an edge.
Of course.
But to me, it's like, well, then then change your line quicker. Don't put up 6.5. Put up 7.
I gotta say, the schedule, I'm not liking it. Early on for the Bills, it's gonna be rough sledding.
Let me see who they got. Commanders, JB got Tampa.
Oh, you got the Cardinals week 1, bud. What are you complaining about?
Did you look at weeks 2 through 5 or 6 or whatever?
I did.
Yeah.
They got Dolphins, Jags, Ravens, Texans, Jets, Titans, Seahawks, Dolphins, Colts, Chiefs, Niners, Rams, Lions. Oh, they get a break here against the Patriots, though, so stop complaining.
Yeah, Buttons.
Yes, and then the Patriots again. They got an easy into the. Oh, actually, the Jets may not be easy.
The Jets are not easy.
No, one of our discussions was 6. They got 6 nationally televised games. The Jets do.
It's gonna be tough, man. I mean, away at Miami, away at Baltimore, away at Houston, away at the Jets.
Yeah. We're gonna see what color made of, Buttons.
Buttons.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what he's made of. That's for sure.
We're gonna definitely see that.
Buttons, you want to quickly add in if the Knicks beat the Pacers, do they have a shot?
When they beat the
All
Pacers.
right, win. Don't jinx them.
I don't know. Honestly, this is my take. I have no idea how we're doing this. I have no. We just don't
'Cause
have.
you
the
know what
bodies
they
right
are?
now.
They're this. They're just out gritty in them.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm watching these games and I'm not getting it.
They're
don't
out
understand.
grittying.
But
Gritty.
the-
You missed the whole gritty conversation.
the answer is when they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. No way, no how do they get past the Boston Celtics.
Joey
I cannot
said,
wait till we pick that series.
Joey, you're going up if the Knicks got to get to what for you to go up?
To go outside of Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
they gotta have 3 wins. They gotta get to the finals and get to 3 wins.
Buttons, you going up there with them? Bing bong.
Ooh, bing bong, bing bong.
I am going, Buttons. If the Knicks get to the finals and get to 3 wins, I'm going to hang out outside of Madison Square Garden.
You got my number.
Got you, Buttons.
Yeah.
We're gonna see these guys on one of those videos.
We will,
Look
I
at this.
have a
Bing
spot
bong.
to stay. I have a spot. All we got to do, take the train over,
Yeah.
take the New Jersey Transit over. I've got a spot for us to stay for free. We will be fine. We're gonna be out there all night.
I just don't think we have the firepower, to be honest.
No,
We don't have it.
I say slight. I gave him a 2%. JB, what are you? 0?
Zero. It's like
There is absolutely no way that they are beating Boston 4 games with that skeleton crew of a team right now.
That's
It's
what
just
they are.
not happening.
JB's like Mr. Blutarski 0.0.
0.0.
Does it mean we have a chance? You don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be pretty, to be honest. You might even have to grab the brooms.
Buttons, I already said this.
Yep. Oh, did you really, JB?
I did.
Okay, all right. I mean, we're on the same page. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think it's true.
Buttons, you do realize that I'm starting to come to the conclusion that you and I have the same mindset about a lot of stuff, and it's like hold on, like the PGA. We only differed
One guy, JB. One.
the guy. You know, C double comment A, man. Like, man, you and Button got the same thing again, man. Y'all 1 and 2 again. Come on, man.
Who are you different? One's got DeChambeau, maybe?
I have DeChambeau, I think.
I think we are both. I think
Oh no, I have Schaff.
No, you both got Shoffley.
We
we
both
have-
have Schauffele.
we have that guy in the same spot in our wild card. We have the guy in the wild card.
Do I have
And
Scheffler?
National player could be different, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, what you have? He's got McElroy for sure. Buttons does.
We both got McElroy.
Yeah.
and-
Okay, you both got that's.
I think he has. I forgot who he has.
I thought I had Scheffler. Do you have Scheffler, JB?
Scheffler's that's his boy.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
JB's mans.
No, I think I have DeChambeau.
They my man's. My
You
man's
have
is Cat, but I
Shoffley.
couldn't have
You
him
have
this week.
Shoffley in your American spot or DeChambeau.
So he has. I think we both have. What's
You
the other
both
guy?
have Shoffley.
What's the guy I said I didn't have? I think he has DeChambeau, and
Yeah.
I don't have him.
Right.
He has him.
Yeah,
I
you
have-
have. I forget who you got then as your
I
wild. Your American.
got Xander. I got Scotty. I got Rory.
You got
You both
Bro.
have the same goofy.
Got the big Bud's got the same guy from the financial team.
Oh yeah. We both picked. How do we both pick Michael Block?
Like that's
I
like
don't know,
such a
man.
random guy.
That's like, I mean, I'm looking at all these names. I'm like, okay, this guy looks good.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Like he's participated in a PGA Tour before, so okay.
Yeah. That's bottom of the barrel stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well there's gotta be a difference somewhere.
Okay, so this is what it is. I got it mixed up. JB and his US player, he has Scotty Scheffler. I
Yeah.
have Bryson DeChambeau as my
Yeah.
US player.
And that's the difference.
That's what
Yeah,
it is.
that's the one that we different on. Everything else be the same.
Yep.
So you didn't pick Scheffler Buttons?
No, I didn't. I picked DeChambeau.
You picked your Tambo. I went Scheffler. But we both have the same. We both have
I kind of like DeChambeau.
our past PGA champion. We both got Hepka. Our international player, we both got Rory. Our Bridge financial team, we both got Michael Block.
Oh,
And then
Michael Block.
wild card, we both picked Xander. How does that happen?
I don't know. I don't get that.
Which one? I gotta see because I was going between two guys. Let me see if Michael Block was the guy I was
No,
thinking
I
about.
got to pull it up right now. I'll share it. For
I
you.
didn't pick Block, but I actually had a guy in and then flipped it off to another guy.
Yeah, I'm a DeChambeau guy. I like the guys that aren't afraid to use the long stick, Chris. You know, let the big dog eat every once in a while.
You gotta let that guy
But
eat.
Look, me and Buttons almost exactly.
I mean, obviously we're 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then I think Joey is close.
I'm
Joey,
not.
look at Joey.
I'm right there.
Okay, he's got DeChambeau in his wild
there.
card.
And he has Kepka.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michael Block was the guy I was gonna
Got
pick.
the best guy from the Core Bridge financial team.
Right there with you.
Oh,
Right there
Yeah,
with you.
Jesse
CB.
Mueller.
CB has most of your lineup over there. Buttons. He got Rory, Scotty, and DeChambeau. Now Chris, I don't know who he got.
Look at this guy.
These first two, he got the same thing I got. But then after that, he just
Ludwig
that's what I went.
Aberg.
I went on Ludwig.
Who?
Ludwig. Chris.
I went Ludwig. Well, I figured everybody would kind of go with the same guy. Look at C Double's got Ludwig also.
Ooh.
Oh, he does, doesn't he? But he
Look
does.
at this guy.
He tried to go. We each thought, oh, we're gonna be special, being the only one to pick Ludwig. What the? And that guy's killing me.
That was weird.
Yeah.
5'6" CJ squared. That was weird.
Well, Wyndham Clark, I'll probably pick him now at every tournament because I picked him once. So I'm just gonna ride him out until he finally plays.
He gets one. Well, he gets a chip for you, Chris.
Because at this point I can't be out now because I got to ride it until eventually he's gonna win one.
Right.
On this one, you can only swap out the wild card, and me and you, our wild card is in first place, so he ain't getting swapped.
Joey's not swapping his. I'm probably the best chance to swap it out.
Oh,
You
yeah.
definitely are.
Yeah.
You definitely are the best chance to swap it out because
Dang.
we either got Xander or Bryson in our wild card, and you have Wyndham Clark. Is it like a hotel branch?
That's the old Wyndham Clark.
Yeah.
Checking in the
How
old
much is the Wyndham Clark?
That's I got to check into the Wyndham Clark.
2 nights and 3 days, something like that. Going to the Wyndham Clark here, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sitting here. Buttons, check and see if I did. I don't know if you want to look at it, but I did send you the link to put in your stuff for week 1 of the CJ Square versus Vegas lines.
All right. I will.
I did send you the link.
Got
And since Buttons is on here, man, we are 2 weeks away from the start of the dynasty season.
Yeah.
I've locked in everybody, so everybody has verified that they are participating. The only one who left was the hot one. I don't want to tell you what CB said about Rodney's leaving the leaving the fold, but CB says because his strategy for fantasy is the same no matter what league he's playing in.
No matter what.
It's the same strategy.
Okay.
So, and I guess with Dynasty, you definitely got to have this Dynasty season is going to be very interesting because some of these teams got to make some trades on, man. It's going to be some ugly things going on. I mean, some guys don't have a starting quarterback right now.
You're gonna
Like,
have some
yeah.
big.
Don't
You're gonna have some big stuff, JB. You're gonna have some people that are at the top probably for a good year or two, a while, and guys that are at the bottom just trying to.
It's the guy.
Time up.
The guy who won the championship last year. He has nothing.
Not that at
When I
all.
say nothing, he don't got a start
Oh, you
QB.
up.
He said put his number in there. Oh,
Right.
I'm dropping everybody's numbers on there and everything. So we'll see what happens. Right. We'll see what happens. I even printed out a mock dynasty draft from our favorite spot, Fantasy Pros, that I'm not going to share with y'all. So don't even ask. They say, "Oh, my brother, you got to get your own."
You got
It's under wraps.
man. This is a fantastic album.
Still may share it with y'all, man. I may drop it in there.
Let me
And,
borrow.
you know what I'm saying? I may drop it in there. Say, did we still need to go through and do our tiers for the dynasty? I mean, like on our own at least.
Yeah. You probably
Yeah,
gotta send
probably
that
on
and
our
we
own,
can,
JB. Yeah, sure.
That's what I thought. So just to make sure you get a chance, you get those tiers up there. Let me see if I got it. So you can take a peek at it.
Buttons, has there ever been a guy who's in your other league that's gone on like a 3 or 4 year dominant run, or usually it's going in and out?
No, there was one team that kind of rose from the ashes last year, which was a good story.
Ooh,
But
the
there
Ashes,
hasn't
like
been a couple teams that have kind of consistently been in the top 4 for the past couple years.
a Phoenix, man, Rose.
I mean, when I took over my team, it was really in shambles. I had Tyreek Hill and I had Cooper Kupp.
Mm.
And that is pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like I cleaned house. Like I traded Tyreek Hill, I traded Cooper Kupp for depth, basically. Had to.
But so I'm talking about what?
Had to do it.
Sit there and just be like, I'm gonna rest on my laurels.
Plus, I needed to make this team mine, JB. It had to be mine.
I guess that's what your brother-in-law gonna be doing.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. Tell him I said.
What kind of player is he?
He's excited. He's excited, JB.
What's his? Does he have like a style? Like how he's gonna manage?
He doesn't. I know he's never done a dynasty league before. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. He does plenty of fantasy. I think he's on. He doesn't do as much as us. Like he's not in as many leagues. I think he's only in like 2 other leagues maybe. But he knows his stuff. He knows his fantasy. He does well.
Tell him, welcome to the big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome to the big time.
Absolutely.
Tell him he needs to go ahead and hit the subscribe button too and stop messing around.
I think he does. I think he does subscribe. He knows about it. He knows about the podcast. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So he's now going to be getting a shout out here.
We got some tiers already kind of set out. Hold on. You know what? Let me look. I think, you know what? Let me pull up I think I sent the thing to myself. I may have not. I may go ahead and let y'all. I forgot I got what's called going on. I got freaking best balls. I got like 3. I already finished one best ball draft. So, and I got 2 more going on right now. So you know how it is. I'm gonna send that picture to you guys once I pull it up. I ain't gonna pull it up right now. But I did show y'all see the tiers over here that we done so far.
Man, we are high on Jonathan Brooks.
Absolutely.
I mean, but
somebody's got to earn that.
Yeah. And then remember this dynasty though. So we're not looking at just this year. We're kind of looking at the big picture, right?
Picture, man,
We're
big
looking at
picture.
maybe, maybe this year, maybe next year, at least that 3-year window. If these guys can hit these tiers in that 3-year window, you got a winner. Like somebody's going to strike gold when they draft Marvin Harrison first.
Somebody will.
But does that team in that position need Marvin Harrison?
Correct, JB.
That's the question, right? Because I think I got it on this one over here. Because
you got to go Caleb Williams 1.
You do
In a
you?
super flex?
Superflex? Yeah, you could be right.
Probably.
Super flex, you got to go Caleb Williams 1.
Probably.
You don't have to.
I mean,
Unless
It'd
you're
be wise.
loaded at quarterback.
you can do whatever you want.
It'd
But
be wise.
Unless you're
Frankie's?
just loaded.
Unless
unless you're loaded at quarterback, I mean, I don't see any way around it. But
Oh,
If I was,
no.
if
Frankie
I
is
drafted
that.
first,
It's
I
a
would've-
lock. Lock it in. Frankie's going Caleb Williams.
all right.
Frankie quarterbacks right now. Let me just tell you who they are. Frankie has Nick Mullins, Bryce Young, Zach Wilson, Tyrod Taylor,
He's
Okay.
getting rid of 3 of
and
those.
Mitchell Trubisky as his QBs.
Okay.
He does have Aaron Rodgers too. So he has 6 quarterbacks in his roster
okay.
right now.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, I mean,
he could sit Bryce Young until Rodgers goes.
You definitely can.
Um,
Definitely can.
If I'm Frankie, I'm dropping Mullins. I'm dropping Taylor. I'm dropping Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll keep Zach Wilson. He may
You
be
need
the
to drop
backup.
6.
He may start.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm
got
drafting
room for
Caleb Williams.
6. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have, if it was my squad, I would have not. I have Burrow and Richardson, so I would not have taken Caleb Williams first.
Nope, you wouldn't have, right?
Yeah.
You
I
don't
would,
need-
but I have no good.
But
top
Chris,
end
but
receivers.
Chris, do you think, and if I was him and I didn't need Caleb Williams, this might be a generational player. Do you take offers?
Yeah, for that.
I
know.
would have
For the
if
number
I
one
was in the
for
first
Caleb
spot.
Williams, I want that pick.
If I would have taken
But,
offers,
What you gonna give up for him?
but
I would have taken offers for sure because my wideouts aren't great. So
I'm looking at your team right now since you talking. Your wideouts ain't that bad. You got Drake London, who's on the upward ascension.
Up and up.
Jackson Smith-Njigba, who is
Up
going
and
to
up.
the spot. You got Quentin Johnson, who is on the way up.
Up and up.
Christian Watson. I mean, Chris, you're actually loaded. I mean, really, you're loaded right now. You got Richardson, you got Burrow, you got Bryce Hall, you got Bijan, you got Bijan Mustard on your team, bro.
I got good tight ends.
Up and up.
You got Laporta and McBride.
I have because I'll take whoever's the probably. I mean, mine is easy. I'll take whoever's the next wideout available, Neighbors or Harrison.
Chris, you said you have good tight ends.
I got Laporta and McBride.
Okay.
I think it Buds because Buds picking after you.
I'm
Directly
just asking.
Well, for me, I don't need. Obviously, if I got Bijan and Brees Hall, mine's easy to follow behind because you basically know what I'm taking. I'm going to take a top wideout.
Yeah.
I don't even have to sit there. I got the easiest pick. It's basically whatever Neighbors or Harrison falls to me.
Yes. You got Frankie first, then Paladin is second.
He'll probably take. What's his quarterback situation?
Oh, Paladin. Let's see, Burks Bees. I mean, he's square. He has 3 starters right now.
Okay.
So he'll go wide out probably, right?
Possibly 4. He has Stroud, Herbert, Zeno. He also has O'Connell.
Wow.
Then he has Taysom and Heineke. He got, I mean, his running backs. He has McCaffrey and he has Kyle Pitts. He has Olave. He got Olave and Garrett Wilson. I mean, Marvin Mims. I mean, you know.
So you wonder if he'll take Harrison or he'll jump up and like Jonathan Brooks probably not the second guy off the board.
It depends. You know, you never know.
Over Marvin Harrison?
Probably
No,
not.
yeah, he
Probably
ain't
not,
take-
Chris.
oh, no,
He wouldn't
no
take. I mean, you gotta at this point. You just take whatever the best available is. I mean, if you really, really don't think you need him, Harrison is a huge value. Like you could get
Huge.
if you have people willing to trade. And again, we don't know about this league yet, and people willingness to trade and whatnot. But you can you get a small fortune for that number 2 pick.
I feel like this year probably a lot of guys won't.
More hesitant this year than anything.
This year,
This is
and
the
then
first
as
year.
the seasons go
Right.
and they realize like the gap starts to get bigger. Every year the gaps will probably start getting larger.
Sure.
I'm in the trade market right now for everybody. on the
So
team.
is CB. CB always wants in on that trade action.
CB wants to send you garbage and try to
But
get something
CB,
back.
though, think about CB. CB is trying to rob you. He
Oh,
is not trying to go fair trade. I hate to say it, CB. You're listening, I'm sorry. But you what we call delusional trades. Like you're like, yeah, let me trade. I'm gonna give you Josh Reynolds and Rondé Moore for Josh Allen and Nick Chubb. Like what?
he sent me one last year. It was like I was like, I'm not responding to this.
Now the guy who won, this dude right here this is what we call dire straits. That's where he at right now. He sold his soul for a chip last year, and he's paid the price. He's gonna pay the price for his championship. You know why? His starting QBs are Flacco, Fields, Rudolph, Pickett, Bagent, Stidham. He has the 12th pick.
He better get on the horn.
Yeah, but the good thing is
The
that
first one that
probably
said,
doesn't
put
need
my
to
number
get-
in there.
he
Yeah.
probably needs to get up to like 7 or 8 maybe,
You better trade for somebody else's quarterback.
because
but-
Buttons, will you go if you went quarterback, right? You would take, well, your boy Penix would be out there, but you're not taking Penix at 4.
Not so fast.
Buttons looking for the future. But Also, let's see. He got Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb. He got good running backs. The receivers are also
This guy though he's got to try to trade for some older, like an Aaron Rodgers. Like that's what he needs, is somebody right away, because his team, you got Chubb and Derrick Henry. Your window is like, you might as well try to win another one this year.
This year it would be it.
And then just tear it down and be awful for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Because if you got, just say he gets Jaden Daniels is not carrying you to a championship. Whereas like an Aaron Rodgers, somebody old, if you go to a team like, because you said like Frankie has, or like Paladin, those guys got other quarterbacks. You look into it. So that's what I would do if I had a team like him that's got to strike while it's hot. Find a team that has 3 quarterbacks.
right. Why he's hot. Yeah. I
Because
mean,
then
you
it's
can
like,
find
if
CB. CB got Cousins, Murray, and Goff right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to me, I would try to go he would probably part with Cousins maybe if you gave him something good.
Sure.
I mean, CB kind of stacked too. He got those guys. He got Jay Taylor and Swift, but his tight ends, he got Cook and Kincaid, but he got Waddle and Jefferson and Zay Flowers.
Right.
It'll be weird to see kind of like those middle teams, which way those middle teams start to go.
Yep.
You know,
I'm
Joey's
just
still figuring it out.
I'm just trying to stay.
We'll see,
I'm
Joey.
just trying to stay above
What pick does Joey have?
water.
I'm a little bit lower.
I'm one
Middle of the
quarterback
pack, sort of.
from competing for a championship again. That's one QB away.
Why you would you take one of C doubles?
I see Double ain't gonna trade with me. He's scared to trade with me. He's not. He ain't looking at the big picture. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what CW would want from me, right? I mean,
JB at bay.
you know, you know what I'm saying? I mean, CW ain't
Bay.
going.
Is C double and win now?
CW always in win now mode. He ain't playing. He don't give him no future. He want to
Would
win
you
now.
give up? Would you give up Kelsey for Cousins?
Like right now, Right.
Yeah.
I give up. I'll give up Cousins plus Kelsey and give him. We can swap our pick in the whatever round that he picks after me. He can have my pick above that
For a cam
ready.
sandwich.
I
Ready.
mean,
Hey, Joey, I'll go for the goal. I traded Diggs for a cam sandwich one year.
I guess you just got to look if
Maybe
he's
it's
in win now mode. You only take Kelsey if you're probably trying to win within the next 2 or 3 years, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, because right now I can give up Kelsey and get a tight end out the draft or a free agent because I still got 2 young guys. I mean, you got Schultz and Ferguson. I mean, and
Yeah,
they're not Kelsey. They're not bums. I mean, they legit can give you some points every week. Move the sticks.
You just got to find a guy.
Move on. You got to move on with guys, JB too. I mean,
I know. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. And then we got to get 60 fenders too. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not dropping 2 of them. I'm keeping Crosby and Franklin
somewhere.
Machine.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Max Crosby.
Yeah.
And it's find somebody off the waiver wire. But I'm looking. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got some. I just need a running back in a QB. I can tell you right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking to improve those 2 spots in the draft. And if you are about that business, holler at your boy. We talk about give up a second round pick, rookie draft for a player. Give it up right now. Who's willing?
You're in win now mode. You got to just go in. You got to push all in.
Probably not a bad deal, JB. To be honest.
The what?
If you're in win now mode.
Yeah, I'll give up that pick to somebody. That get ready to trade a player to me that I need. I need a running back. I don't know if Brooks is ready. I need a
well, because he's coming off that ACL tear too.
ACL tear.
Yep.
So who knows?
I got my running backs, man. I got one heavy hitter, and he's a lightweight. He's a heavy hitter though. When he blow up, A-Chain is a heavy hitter. But
yes, he is. He's proven that.
He'll be on one all the time. He'll get hurt real quick.
Oh yeah, he'd go off for one game and then hurt for 2.
Yep. And I mean, like one game, he had 70 points at one game this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely.
That was like in regular fantasy. It wasn't even it was not on like the points thing. But yeah, so we got 2 weeks to a start, and remember, every 24 hours is a pick, and you got all that time to make trades and do what you got to do. And the phone lines are open.
So if you picked within 30 minutes, that's just the day is done for that point. And then it's just the next day.
So it starts over. So what we'll do, what I'm going to do is it's going to be on the email thread. So everybody can go back and see the pick and see the time. So you should know, okay, you got 24 hours to make your pick. After that pick, it's going to go right. If you don't make it between that time, it's going to go right to the big board who hasn't been picked yet. That's your pick.
We know one guy on here is going to wait till 11:59.
That's correct.
Oh, come on.
Joey's going to be like, Joey's going to be.
No, it won't be. It ain't going to be Joe. It's going to be C double. And it's going to be somebody that's going to forget. They're going to forget. And they're going to be like, I picked him. Like, yep, that's who you picked. You didn't meet the deadline.
They're going to be like the Vikings. You just got to run up to the
clock. Don't mess around.
I'm running. I got my card.
You miss it, you miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? Like I said, look, I already got it. I'm already ready to I'm already ready to post it. So I got it right here. So you'll know who's on the big board when you
You're
get
not
up there.
making a video for each one of with the next pick
Videos
video
right there. You
every
see,
time.
if you want
Oh.
to see if you
Yep.
want to see who's been drafted, there is where you find it. You can go here.
Gotcha.
You can go here, drafted by who, and once we're done, I'll also throw in that tier average just to make you feel good.
So right now, Buttons, you would have on this list, you got Caleb Williams.
Yep.
I'd be fine with that. I mean,
Oh, I bet.
but
Yeah.
You'd have, what do
what?
you have? You have the
Let me
12.
go
So
ahead
that
and
would
put-
mean you would have,
Let me go ahead and put pick there too.
I have
So
the fourth. I have the
Williams
fourth
is
pick,
It's gonna be
Chris. You
fun.
said
you have the
pick?
fourth, right? And then you'd have the 16th.
Okay,
Right?
gotcha. Well,
Yeah,
look,
you would have the fourth pick, and then 12. Yep. Then you would have the 16th,
yeah,
and then you would have
Wow.
the.
my tight end situation is in dire,
Well, that's gonna fall.
dire.
Hold on.
That might fall in your lap.
Hold on a second. Did you just say the magic words to me, Buttons?
Tight
Yeah,
end.
but is he in
Said
that
tight
much
end,
win
JB.
now because Bowers is on the board?
Did I hear you say your tight end position
It's
is in
it's bleak.
dire?
JB.
But
Bleak.
as they
Bleak.
say, what they do on Trading Places?
No.
No, I'm ready.
No.
I've been saying I'm selling Kelsey since the season ended.
Yes,
True.
he has.
I'm ready.
Kelsey for one good year, maybe one average to good year. What's that worth? I don't
Or
know.
Bowers for
But
Bowers.
If
for-
I draft Bowers, Chris, I will have 2 Las Vegas tight ends.
here's the thing, Buttons.
Oh, you got
Think
Mayer
about this.
also.
Yeah.
Oh,
Think
geez.
about this: Kelsey and maybe a draft pick. Ready?
So
Yeah, this guy.
He's already wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling.
Ready? I mean, trying to win now. I'm not trying to sit around. I'm gonna. You best believe when you see my picks on the draft, you're like, okay, I see what he's doing. If I can't make no trades, I'm gonna pick for the future,
All right.
and I'm
all right.
gonna get some scraps off the heap. I'm gonna see what happens.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think my 2 starting quarterbacks will be fine until they don't get hurt. They don't get hurt. I can start them all year if I just get one guy to fill in. If somebody's gonna get hurt, I get one guy to fill in for the bye weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
I was
What?
literally one pick away from just destroying the league because I had Puka Nacua was going to be my next pick, and CB took him 1 pick before me. So
Ooh.
I would have been, because my weakest spot is
Hold
wide
on.
receiver.
You're saying, but CB don't got Puka.
Whoever drafted one before me,
Mm.
The guy who won the championship.
whoever
He-
somebody
Yes,
took
Puka
one.
He had
and
Puka. Okay.
He took it 1 before me. I was actually like, oh, this guy. I was just looking to take any wide receiver at the end,
Oh wow.
and he was the highest guy left. I didn't have any clue about him. I was just like, oh, and I ended up taking Michael Wilson from the Cardinals, I think.
You know what? I don't know.
But I would have been,
drafted and dropped him, knowing Chris. He may have drafted him.
because that was my 1 weak spot. Now I would have had a true number 1. Plus, I could have gotten like neighbors.
Right.
My team would have been stacked.
Yeah.
Now I got to back to the drawing board. And then I wanted Harrison.
Back
and
to the
ended up
drawing
winning that
board.
playoff game.
You wanted Harrison. You still might get him. I mean,
Paladin will take him.
it's all
I mean,
gonna-
I don't really think. I think there's a slight difference between.
Make a
Harrison
move, Chris.
Make some moves, Chris. I got Devontae
maybe
Adams.
you move up to that number 2 pick, Chris.
I don't know how much of a difference between Harrison and Neighbors there will be. I think Harrison will be better, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it's going to
See
be
the
that big of a
difference
difference.
between Harrison and Neighbors. One guy is named Kyler Murray. The other guy's named Daniel Jones.
There you go.
I do agree with
That's
that.
That's your difference right there.
I do think I think Harrison has a better floor for sure. I think he'll be 1,000-yard guy every year.
I got some sleeper picks too. Boy,
I feel like
sleep-
Neighbors has some
What is-
potential to be a Justin Jefferson type of guy, though.
Yeah.
Jefferson. Okay. Call it.
Look, I gotta get out of here.
Yep. All right.
That train is calling me.
That train ain't calling you, man. It's a Friday. You'll be at school anyway. You ain't doing nothing in school. SOLs are over. All you doing is babysitting.
I got 16 expedited retakes, baby. I'm teaching
Oh.
until it ends.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. When they retake them?
June 3rd.
Oh man.
Oh.
I got time.
So what's the other kids doing the rest of this time?
We will figure it out. I'm thinking about making them all go through it anyway. Why not?
You want an idea for a project? You know, that's what I do for a living. Send me.
I got you. I will hit you up for that. Definitely.
You know, 'cause I got this one lady. Her kids are doing a project on where you're from on Canva, right? And I'll send you a snippet of what I've been doing so far with it.
Okay, please do.
Yep. All right, fellas. Y'all have
All
a
right,
good.
guys.
All right,
Enjoy
y'all.
the game tomorrow night.
Oh, you know.
Ding
but
bong.
hope you saw what the locks were. If not, I'll make sure I post them on Twitter so you can see them. Just I need to get back. I need to start doing that more, posting our stuff on Twitter. And yeah, I'll send you that stuff buttons, and you got that link, and we should be good to go. And hopefully, yeah. No more talking. Joey gotta go to bed. I'm tired too.
I gotta go to
Have
bed.
a good night.
Yep.
Be gritty and all night, baby.
Gritty and out of here. We're gritty and out.
Doing it, Shark dance.
Shark dancing out of here.
All right. All night. Hey guys, y'all have a good
All right,
one.
guys.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.